Hello, this is Hui. Welcome to watch my video C++ Programming on Linux. In this short video, we are going to discuss how to link objects together and to make an example from one object to get its linked object. Here the in C++ header files. I have a basic class we call the node base. In this node base, I have a basic default constructor, and the member of this class is a string pointer. So we have a constructor with a string, and also have a copy constructor with other node. So for the method, we have a getValue method, which returns the value of this string, and the setValue method, which set this pointer to a string of pass through the method. And then we have another method called displayNodeBase. Here is the C++ for our node base. For the default constructor, and we just set up our string pointer with non-pointer, and for the constructor with the input of string, we just using the new operator, reallocate a string memory with this string and the pointer to our string pointer. And for the copy constructor, and we reallocated the memory with new operator with the object node base in node string, so the pointer will point to the new memory allocated. For the method of getValue, we just return the string pointer. The return type is string. And for the method of setValue with the string, we are going to check if the pointer is not non-pointer, which means we already allocate memory. We just delete that, free that memory, and reallocate the string with the new string we passed through setValue method. And our displayNodeBase method will display the address of this object, and the address of the string pointer, and the value of our string pointer. For the destructor, because we're using the new operator to allocate memory, so we'll be check if the memory is allocated, will be deleted this memory. In this case, we'll not have a memory leaking. So it goes back to our main program. So let's say node base. So let's say my object is this is object 1, we make another instance of another object, which is my object 2. This is object 2, and so we using the method my object dot display the node base, and my object 2 dot display object. So let's compile this. So this is we compiled. So let's run this. You can see we have object 1, and this is object 1. We have object 2. This is object 2. Object address 1 is 710. Object 2 is 700. So there's two different objects. So as this video's topic, these two of equivalent different object. So the question is how can we link this object with this object? For example, if this is an object of a father, this is an object of a son, how can we from this father to get the son? Or this is a elder brother, this is younger brother, how can we get from the elder brother to the younger brother? So in order to do this, currently this node base is basic object. It's not possible. So in order to do this, we have to add one member, which is the link pointer, which can link this object to this object. There's a many way to do the, add a new member. So in this example, we use the typical C++ inheritance. So we create a new class called node, which inherited from the node base class. So in this case, our node class has all the feature and attribute of the node base class, and we add a new member called this node pointer, which is for the link node, which point to the link node of this node. So in this class, we just create a default constructor, and as a base class, we have a constructor with a string, and because we have a new member, so we create another constructor with a string and its link node. And this is a copy constructor with the node object in node. And for this new member, we create a new method called setLink. If to set the one single node link with another link, which means we set this node pointer with node pointer, which pass through this method, and we have another method called a getLink node, which return a node pointer of its link node, and we have a method called display node. Here is a C++ of this node class. For the default constructor, we just set up our link node with non-pointer, because we don't know which node is going to be linked. And for the constructor with string only, we use the method set value, which is from our base class, and we set our link node with non-pointer, and for the constructor with a string and link node. So we use the set value method to set the value of this string and assign the pointer of its link node to the link pointer. And so here is the copy constructor, and when the copy constructor, we are going to make explicit for the base copy constructor to from this node, which we pass this copy constructor. Why we use this explicit base copy constructor? Because if we don't use this, when we run this copy constructor for this base class, there will be default, it will be, this default constructor will be cause trouble. So we have to explicit the base constructor with using the copy constructor too. And we are going to put the link node, which is this link from the node which we are going to be copy. And this is the display node method. We are going to be display this object and the linked object and the value of this object. So here, let's go back to the main program. So let's remove this, and we have a new class called node. We call it my object. This is object 1. Node my object 2. This is object 2. Currently, we have two node objects which are individually not linked to each other. So in order to be able to link object with this object, so we can we have one method. So my obj dot set link. What we're going to set link parameter is the address of my object 2. So now my object be linked to my object 2. So to test this, we're going to say my object dot display node. So let's say display this node, and from my object we can use the get link node, which is because we already set link, which is this now. This is my object 2, and then we're going to do display node. So we have this display node is my object, which is the object 1. This is 1. So we have this display node, which is the object 2, because we're using the from object get a link to the object 2. So let's try to so now we build. Let's run this again. So you can see we did from object 1 display node, which is display the object 1. Right, so this object display object 1, and so this is and because we made the set link, so object 1 is linked to the object 2. So we from my object we use get link method, point to the object 2, and display node, which is display the object 2. So now we can from one object to get into another object which linked together. Hello, this is Hui. Thanks to watch my video. Hopefully this is enjoyable, useful. It's going to be great to have your feedback. Thank you.